If you can't do affordable makeup, you do not need high-end. It's your technique. First, we're gonna start with prepping our face. I've been loving Bioma Milky Toner. Super affordable. And just apply this onto my already clean skin. NYX the brow glue. What I like to do is I like to take off that top part and I open it up like this. Own personal brush, which I use from Morphe. This is the Morphe Butter Brush Collection. And then I apply the product straight onto my brows, and I feel like that works the best. I have coarse hair, I'm Hispanic, so I have like very thick hair. The eyebrows aren't thick, but the hair itself is thick. The e.l.f. Thirst Burst drops now. Go around and clean your eyebrows. Affordable option is the e.l.f. Whoa Glow. Since I'm pregnant, I can't use it, so I'm gonna be using the Supergoop today. In the meantime, I'm going to be using my Satchel Lip Stain. This is in the shade Hazel. I love the shade Mauve and Hazel, but Hazel is a little bit more brown tone, whereas Mauve is more mauve/red. That's usually all I apply. Foundation, you can't really find this in local drugstores, but it's extremely affordable and it's a really, really great brand. It is called Trustique. I've never had a color match like this. And you don't want to go too high, so I like to go like directly under my eyes like that. The Morphe, and these are the Morphe Butter brushes. Okay, L'Oreal blush in the shade Dewy Worth It. It is the perfect tone for olive skin tone, and I just put about 2 or 3 right there. Again, more Essence concealer in the shade 120. It's literally so good. Here and right here too. Let that sit for a minute. Milani in the shade Cheek Kiss. This is so good. Morphe brushes are the best, but you have to be careful. I like to use the side, and then I go in around the perimeter. Just bronzer up. And then don't forget the nose. I like to go in and just bronze my nose up. And then I go in at the end with concealer and I make it look very snatched. But this brush I got from TikTok Shop. It came in a big pack of like these certain brushes. I have them linked in my TikTok Shop, but I've had it forever and it works so good. Get out a little bit. So just creating like a wing effect. Okay, that same concealer Essence. This is the Essence Hydrating Longwear Concealer, by the way. And then I just go on the tip of my nose. It's kind of weird, but it ends up working out really good. And then I kind of try to keep that part up a little high, so it kind of lifts my nose up a little bit. It creates this illusion where my nose just looks lifted. It's crazy. And then I like to go under my brows, and I like to do this before I draw them in with a pin. Okay, once you've blended out the nose, I like to go in with this fan brush. I got this from that the TikTok Shop pack, but I go in lightly with that same bronzer. And this looks crazy, I know, just trust me. We're just going to blend it out after. So once again, go back in with more blender, blend that out. I've done this forever, and you just have to make sure you're really blending it out. My brow pin, I use the NYX in the shade Espresso, but in the meantime, you know what? I'm gonna set my under eyes with the L'Oreal Infallible in the shade Light Pink. Ooh, Revolution Powder Puff. This is such a good powder puff. I really need to clean it, but it's so good. And then pat it on the back of your hand before you set your under eye so it looks very nice and clean, and really press your under eye to set anywhere that I want it to be bright. So in the T-zone. I like to fill it in more here. As you can see, I'm missing a lot of hairs on the inner corner. I like to clean over the top as well to make it look more seamless. We're using the Morphe bronzer. This is in the shade Cheek Thrills Tulum Trip. So it also comes with a cream, but I personally just like the powder. So very pigmented, very bronzed. A little bit on the jaw area. Puff, and then I just kind of reset everywhere, make sure I really blend the under eye since we were baking for a little bit. I really like to powder up the side of my nose to make it look like a lot more snatched. So I'll go like that on the side. I'll be using e.l.f. in the shade Always Rosy. Love this blush. If you don't feel like a baddie when you're doing your makeup, something's wrong, something's off. Fix it. Because you should be feeling like, I'm that girl, everything's coming together. This is exactly what I needed, you know? Trustique, and this is in the shade Roman Bronze. Roman Bronze, what the heck, Catherine? You open it and it's like the actual eyeliner, it's so dope. Okay, so I'm gonna go in and then just kind of go about halfway. Just like that. Curl, do mascara, I'll be back. The mascara that I'm using is going to be from Click in the shade Black. Instead of an eyeshadow, I'm going to be using the Morphe bronzer in my eyelid. Bronze it up. Literally makes such a big difference. My favorite everyday affordable lip combo right now is the Catrice in the shade Toffee Talk lip liner. It actually lasts me all day. Add like the perfect little shade of pink in the middle. This is the shade Fairy Tale Filter. also from Catrice. $15 for that whole lip combo. White eyeliner. This is from Soshi. This is an eye brightener in the shade Champagne. And then add it on my tip of my nose and the inner corner. So I'm gonna do like a little bit right there. As you can see, it's just kind of like a little bit, and then just blend it out with your finger. So pretty. And then add it in the inner corner of your eyes. Okay, so something else I've been doing as well is adding 2 lash clusters to the ends of my eyes, which I get from the brand Ardell. And they're the brand, or like they're the wispy lashes. And I ran out of my length 14, so I use a 14 on the end and then a 12, but I'll go ahead and apply it with just 12s so you can kind of see what I do. I feel like it just makes everything just pop a lot more. That I've always used for my lash clusters, Super Strong Hold from Kiss I Envy, and then just some good old tweezers. Just like that. Okay, and then the second one. Setting with the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. Made my skin glowy. And that's the makeup affordable.